So in 2017, the finance department found the urge need to get into automation. So it started in the business. They did a software selection. And then end of 2017, they selected the RPA tool, UiPath. And already there we had some alignment with IT because I believe you can do the best joining business and IT. So business comes with the demand. They have the SMEs, the subject matter experts. They know which process is taking too much time. We have examples at ASML where it took us around 4 weeks to answer vendors about their invoice status, and it's now within a day. So the problem statement and the pain is felt in the business. But what we immediately discovered after the first implementation in June 2018 is that you need a lot of IT infrastructure. You need to look into security, how to make these robots secure, because they are accessing the systems as if they were human. You need to stay compliant. So what if a robot does not process something? Who should restart the robot? So we also had to look into a support model, a maintenance model. And we already from the beginning saw that there was a need to create common building blocks, because opening an Excel or sending an email or logging to SAP, it's the same process for any robot. So we needed to create a library of common reusable building blocks so that the developers, either in the business, citizen developers or the IT developers in our factory, would then be faster in realizing those bots. Today, you can see it behind me, we are about 115 bots. It's growing. Although it started in finance, I have to say that nowadays we are also automating processes in HR, procurement, in our D&E development and engineering team, as well as in IT, because in IT we also have a lot of repetitive tasks and a lot of volume, incident management, ticketing resolution, making sure we are on time with our SLAs. So it's a constant evolution of the bot. Like for human, you learn every day new skills. The bots also need to learn new skills.
What you see here, typically we see that these initiatives origin from a finance department, right? Which is very dedicated for a specific function, which is good. The adoption there will be good. But if you don't want to scale that to other functions, that might be the time when you think about where to place this, right? And in our case, we made the decision to move this to the IT organization, also to enable the fact that we can scale this to other functions within the organization. We're still not completely there yet. As depicted by Sonia, we have about 80 bots in finance and the remainder of the 115 in other functions. So we are still expanding that and finding use cases in IT or in HR or in some of these other functions. But indeed, when you want to scale it to other functions, it might be the moment when you decide to centralize this RPA factory, if you will.
One thing I would like to mention is that once you decide to implement an RPA solution, you have to make it very top down. You can do a lot bottom up because the people know which processes are really long in the throughput or costing them some long weekends where they have to close the month or where they have to log in during their weekend to help a team because something did not work out. So they feel the pain, but if you really want to make a good implementation of RPA, you really need to look across the organization. Start small within a team, make a pilot, but think that this will be adopted by other teams. So the governance was for ASML very important. The intake, how do we accept a new opportunity, a new automation? How do we align with our stakeholders? because we want to automate, but there are also other IT projects, right? We are in a huge roadmap to have a new greenfield implementation. How this automation fit into the new greenfield SAP project. We are onboarding new SaaS solution. So processes are changing. Is it worth to automate now, or should we wait until we have a new process? And then based on the waiting time and on the demand from the business, you can take the decision. I also would like to mention that it is important that the investment is there. Although it's an easy software to use and the implementations are very cheap compared to big mainframe, you need to have dedicated budget for your teams to implement the automation. Without that investment, your RPA team is going to struggle to get the attention of the business. And it's going to be like a part-time work. They're going to do that on their free time when they have an hour here and there. And to make a big boost in the beginning, to have your first bot live, you need dedication of your business team and IT team.